You all done? Okay, let's work together, okay? Let's work, you don't have to look at one by one, okay, to see if this is the investing, right? We talk about the investing only, right? Oh, investing only, right? So this one, yeah, this is, I know, this is, so this one, 20, this is the investing, is that correct? Cash paid to acquire equipment, okay? You purchase equipment, you spend the cash, this is the internal investing, is that right? So you make payment, that's why this is negative, right? Okay. How about the second one, treasury stock purchase for cash? This is not, right? This is the what? You purchase treasury stock. This is actually financing, okay? So this is not investing. Proceeds from sales of land and building. This is investing, right? You sold your land, buildings. This is internal investing, but this is the positive, right? This is the positive. Gain from sales of land and the building. This is what? This is the revenue, right? Gain is kind of revenue, okay? So this is not, right? This is nothing to do with this the investing activities. Okay, actually this is non-cash activity, right? Investment revenue received. What's this? You make an investment, then you receive those like a dividend revenue or interest revenue. This is the what? This is the operating, right? Cash paid to acquire office equipment. This is the what? This is the investing, right? This is the internal investing. Okay, but this is negative. Is that correct? That's correct, right? Everyone about that? Okay. So that's why the answer here is A. Okay. 45 minus 20 minus 40. Okay. That makes sense, everyone? Just by definition, okay, to you need to know what kind of activity it is. Any question? You're good? Okay. So then let's talk about the financing activities. Okay. So financing activity, we have two kinds of financing as well. Okay. So we have a debt financing, you borrow money to get financing. Okay. Or we have equity financing. You issue stock, right, to get financing, okay, to receive cash. So, so if you look at those, you have you issue stock, right? Sales of stock, right, to owners. You issue common stock, preferred stock, okay. So you receive cash, right? You have cash inflow, okay. So this is the equity financing, okay. And you borrow money, right? You borrow money, whatever, right? So you have whatever those, the way to different way to borrow. So these are the debt financing, okay. You have cash inflow, okay, and then you have cash outflow. Here you pay the dividends, okay, because you issue shares, right, to the owners. So now when you make profit, you give some part of the profit back to the owner. We call it dividends, okay. So that's why this is also the equity financing, right? So you have cash outflow, okay, and you purchase the shares previously sold, so we call the treasury stock, or retired shares, right? Remember those two situations, right? So you have cash outflow, okay? So that's related to our owners, okay? This is equity financing, okay? And then you borrow money, now you make payments, right? You pay the principal, okay? So then this is what? This is the debt financing, okay? Cash outflow. So those are financing activities, okay? We have equity financing, we have debt financing. So far, we talked about those really in details, right? Equity financing, debt financing, right? In the previous chapters, Oh, wait. So you work on this, okay? Which one is correct? You all done financing activities. It's just like an investing activity, right? You need to analyze one by one to see if this is financing activities. So let's work on this one by one, okay? So cash paid to retire bonds. Remember, we issue bonds, right, to borrow money to get it. This is what the debt financing, right? Now we just pay off, right? Because retire bonds, okay, we pay off. So this is the what? This is the financing, right? This is debt financing, okay? So this is the cash payment. That's why this is, should be negative, right? Cash outflow. Then treasury stock purchase for cash. We purchase our treasury stock. So this is the what? This is the equity financing, correct? So we spend the cash to purchase. That's why we have cash outflow. It's negative. And the proceeds from issuing common stock. This is equity financing, right? We issue stock to get cash. Okay. So but this is a positive, right? Positive. Proceeds from issuing mortgage bonds. Same thing here, right? So but this is the debt financing, right? So we borrow money. Okay. Okay. So by issuing bonds. Okay. So we borrow 80 what million dollars. Okay. So this is debt financing. So it's positive, right? So it's a cash inflow, positive. And cash dividend paid to on common stock. Cash dividend paid on common stock. So we issue stock, right, to get financing, equity financing. Now we make payments, right? We pay dividends to those owners. So this is what? This is financing, right? This is the equity financing. And this is because cash outflow, this is negative, right? Cash interest paid to bondholders. Interest paid to bond, we pay interest. What do you think?
Operating?
Yeah, this is operating. That's correct. Okay. This is not investing. Okay. This is not the financing. Okay. This is the operating. Operating. Because what? Remember, cash interest paid to bondholders. What do you call that? Interest expense. Is that right? You borrow money, right? So then periodically, every 6 months, you're going to pay interest, right? That's called the cash interest paid to bondholders. Okay, so that will be related to our interest expense. So that's the expense related activities, cash outflow. Okay, so this is the operating. This is not financing, not investing. Okay, so then you plus minus, right? So you should get the answer. Okay, is that correct, everyone? Everyone's okay with that question? Okay, this is very, very, very fundamental, but it's very important for this chapter. Okay, so you need to know, okay, what kind of activity it is. And then next component of this cash flow statement is called reconciliation. Okay, reconciliation is, now we have 3 activities. Okay, so then you, based on each activity, you can calculate net increase, net decrease, and then you calculate total, right? So here, I said net increase in cash over, for those all 3 activities is going to be $9 million. Okay, and then you want to go to the balance sheet to verify. Okay, you want to verify the balance sheet, the beginning balance. The balance sheet beginning balance, we have $20 million cash. Ending balance we have 29, which is good, right? Which is correct. So now 20 plus 9 equals 29. Okay. What if those are different numbers? So then something is wrong. Okay, so you need to work on that. Okay, to until you find to correct it, to correct okay the mistake. Okay, so we call that reconciliation. When we prepare cash flow statement, basically we double check, right? So we can double check. Okay, so this is the example again, right? So at the beginning we show you, right? So we have operating, investing, financing. Those are the changes for each activity. Then total is 9. Okay, then you verify, right? You reconcile, okay, with the cash balance. So that's the overall, okay, statement cash flow. Okay, and then we have this. We have called this is like a attachment, right? So this is you need to write a notes. Okay, if these numbers are very significant, you write a notes to cash flow statement because those are non-cash activities. Okay, non-cash activities. Um, so we have a couple of examples, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you can see the first one, acquire an asset by incurring a debt payable to the seller, right? So we talk about, let's say we purchase the equipment, but we promise to pay them in 5 years. So we're signing a notes, right? So we debit the equipment, we credit notes payable. So in this journal, you don't see cash, okay? There's no cash. This is non-cash activities, okay? Again, for the non-cash activities, you need to write the notes, okay? You need to write the notes to the cash flow statement, okay? To talk about those if these are very significant numbers, okay? So, okay, so this is last one. Then we're gonna have the pop-up quiz, okay? So the US GAAP, this is the US GAAP, right? So this is international accounting standard. You can see the classification is it's kind of different, okay? So majors they are the same, okay? Operating, investing, financing, but some items the classification is different, okay? For example, I say dividends receivable, right? Those are dividends received, okay? We receive dividends, okay? When we receive dividends, in the accounting in our accounting, okay, in the US GAAP, okay. So dividend received is what are the related, those cash inflow are related to dividend revenues. That's revenue related. That's what we classify in the operating, okay. But international accounting standards said they really actually relate to our investment, okay. So investing, that's why they classify the investing activities. Okay, you see the arguments? No, so they have different arguments. Okay, but just keep in mind, this is we are the U.S. GAAP. Okay, so this is we need to follow the U.S. GAAP. Okay, not the international accounting standard. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I think this time right now. So now you can. So we just briefly talk about the cash flow statement. Next week we're going to work on in detail. Okay, we're going to give you a new method. Okay. So I think let's stop here. So you can